Hey, Gemini. We're here to do your reading. Going to do a Celtic Cross with the Wild Unknown Tarot and Oracle decks. Spirit Animal Oracle decks. Doggo is with us. I've already shuffled this up a few times. A few minutes, baby. Yes, a few minutes. Sit down, please. Yes, a few minutes. Sit. Thank you. Sorry. Alright. You. What crosses? Headspace. Root of the matter. Recent past. And your future. How you see yourself. How others see you. Hopes and fears, which I did 3 cards. So we'll see. And the outcome. And overall, of the bear, this is at the bottom, like a little while, this is the second time I tried doing a reading, and that was at the bottom before. It's fun, it's resilient, very strong. So you, the Elk and the 6 of Wands, strong and celebratory. Even if there was a little bit of a struggle or darkness in the recent past. Earth energy. Sort of a masculine energy also with this elk. But that's you. Strong, potentially resilient, having potentially overcome something, but in almost to a degree which you're celebrating. So, what crosses you? Daughter of Pentacles and the Hermit. Yes, baby. Crosses you. This is similar energy to a recent reading. I don't know if it was Aries or Taurus, but this daughter energy is a page. So it's like a beginner's mind. What crosses you is going within and seeing something. And I want to say seeing something, but because it's a hermit, it's going within to be reflective. But with this Daughter of Pentacles, is seeing something that you did, or something that. Okay, let's see. My love, just a minute. Sweetness. It's raining anyhow. You wouldn't want to go yet. It just started pouring. We'll go outside soon. So, your headspace is the Ace of Swords and the Sun. Second major. You want to bring something to light? Or either you want to bring something to light or something's just come to light, and that's what's on your mind. The truth. Isn't she adorable? Isn't she adorable? You are. Okay. So we got, for the root of the matter, Firefly and Ace of Wands. I love the Firefly card. I sort of have this, my own symbol with this Firefly is in the book that it's a fleeting inspiration. She was Ace of Wands. But for me, every time I see it, I think it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It's not fleeting. Is actually what's in my head. It's not fleeting. So could that be true for you? I don't have any primary Gemini placements because we all have all the signs somewhere going on. But it's not fleeting. Or something doesn't have to be fleeting. It's all your the root of the matter. I would say it's within your power to make it not fleeting. Recent past. Okay. The Tower and the 10 of Pentacles. Maybe that's what crosses you as the Daughter of Pentacles. If something happened to a 10 of Pentacles and you had to start over in some facet of your tangible existence, it doesn't have to be finances necessarily, or like your Could be anything. So if you're having to go within, you're still strong, and you came out of some struggle. Your future. Oh. It's a fair amount of majors here, honestly. This will make it the 1, 2, 3, 4th major. In your future. 2 of Cups and Judgment. Okay. So maybe that 10 was a larger foundation of sorts. That's kind of nice. I don't know what this reading's about yet. It's very interesting. It's a very positive truth. Well, it doesn't have to be positive, but it is the sun. There's a truth that's on your mind. And the root of the matter is that this way in which you're inspired is not fleeting. Where something may have been, I don't want to say taken, but something may have changed, but you're still just as resilient. I have dinner stuck in my tooth. Oh my goodness. Or you see yourself. Father of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. This is a 3rd ace. I don't often get the aces all coming out crazy like that, or the 10s. I know it happens to readers, but it generally hasn't happened to me. You see yourself. Very capable and motivated and ready to put action, or at least a start, in a tangible way. 3rd ace. Swords. Ace of Wands. And then Ace of Pentacles. But the near future, you're missing the cups, but in the near future you have the 2 of Cups. So maybe this is something you're not doing on your own. Whatever this next thing is that you got to make a judgment on. Or judgment will be made. How others see you. This came out... Shuffling is not an exact science, but these came out as the end for Aries. This came out as the outcome for Aries. But this is how people see you. Tiger and Death. Sorry, I need to look at it again to figure out what it is for, what it's saying for you. You've also transformed in your power, as far as people can see. I imagine that's actually true. In a way that is almost quieter. Not that the elk isn't, but the elk has that rack, which is very almost domineering. This tiger seems... I don't know if tigers can be gentle per se, but it seems calmer, more sure of itself, maybe. People are seeing you as having transformed into someone that's more sure of themselves. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so hopes and fears. This is a very interesting energy, and I kind of understand why it had to come out in 3s, because it wouldn't have translated any other way. Oh my gosh. The Whale, the 8 of Pentacles, sorry, and the Whale, and then the Starfish. Okay, let's start with this Eight of Pentacles. There's a spider building something tangible because of the Pentacles, right? That is in the middle of what two very interesting energies, but they're both within the sea. So they live within the same realm, which is water, but I'm not getting much in the set. Put that aside, just in the same environment. Different depths, right? One is at a shallower depth, so one is deeper. And that's sort of the first thing that came to me, was that I don't think that these are two different people. I think, and it could be, you know, I don't know all the things, but that these are either aspects of yourself or aspects of just life, where it's like sometimes you're going to be this playful, bordering on like superficial pursuits. That's not a bad thing. Like, that could just be finger painting, which is perfectly within everybody's right. And just deep conversation, deep mentality, having, what is the word that's coming to me? Like expressing your moral philosophy is like very deep things, but also being lighthearted in your existence. So being able to build a life where you're allowed to execute both of these modalities. Because both of them are true, and neither of them ever need to be hidden. In my opinion. That was like commanding. Hold on a second. Cranberry and ginger cucumber water? That's what I had in the fridge. Okay. Outcome. I did not know that I had 3 here. Interesting. It's not what I would have expected. But okay. It's a little complex. We have Temperance, right? Which is my favorite with the hair in there. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. This Temperance character, this heron, is looking right at those past disappointments. They're almost like they're very much like dried flowers you hang on to. As like a part of your history, something it's like a catalog. I've been slowly doing this over the years, because items hold energy, and they don't have to, and you can cleanse things, of course, but when you're truly living a new life, things that were particularly meaningful in one phase might not serve you to hold on to anymore. You can still have an appreciation for those items, like maybe give them to someone you care about, but to where you won't run into those items all the time, if that makes any sense. The Temperance is the outcome. I'm getting the fact that this character here is looking at those, what they're coming across as relics of disappointment. This could be external or internal. It feels external because of the pentacles, but it could be internal stuff to work through too. Like, it doesn't... It could be... Those relics could be just, what they call them, really they call them flashbacks. They call them emotional flashbacks, or, there's many different terms. But if it's something that is circumstantial and gets, I don't want to use all of these words that are, like, psychological, but the word that comes to mind is triggered up. But it's kind of just, like, it could even just be as simple as a situation that makes you second-guess yourself because of things that happened in the past. It doesn't have to be as traumatic as a trigger. But, looking at it. Taking this temperance energy and saying, like, let's say it's in your environment. Looking at it and being like, hey, like, this is a beautiful thing. And while I appreciate having it, and maybe I even invested in it, every now and then it does me a disservice to have it in my space. Because when I'm not feeling my best, it really doesn't help me. It doesn't serve me. It, like, kind of rubs me the wrong way at times. It's okay to admit these things. It's okay to say, oh, there are, like, tidbits of things that aren't for me anymore. There's no shame needed there. Alright. I do want to get you an animal card. Oh. I was doing clarifying with the little pocket size, but this doesn't seem like it needs a clarifier necessarily. It seems like, to me, you're heading in a really amazing direction, and the outcome is just maybe being in a place where little patterns that might trip you up are just wanting to be looked at. I don't want to say needing to be looked at, because I think you're doing fine. But maybe you're in a place that is comfortable enough to where it's a good time to look at things with good energy. Like, you know, I'm going to be honest with myself. From a strong place, even from a strong place, this thing still isn't serving me. So, like, why am I keeping it in my space? Or, like, why am I, like, entertaining those thoughts? Taco is so ready to go outside, right? She's, like, snoring. It's still raining outside, so we'll see. This one. Crow Spirit. Co-create with Spirit. So, those modalities, and possibly this little 2 cups, and it could just be balanced within oneself. It's going to be different for anyone. Koala Spirit. There we go. Spirit has a plan. I like this. I'd say allow the different sides of yourself to work together, because Spirit has a plan and they're going to co-create with you, you know, because they gave you those attributes for a reason. There's no part of what makes up you that wasn't meant to be there. Except maybe some hurty stuff still lingering. But even those were lessons that needed to be learned. But I love you, and I'll see you again. Be well.